You tell me what you learned in the last class. I'll just put the chart here. So we have gone through Rashi, Bhava, Graha Karakatva, and then in the last class we also assigned the Grahas to the Rashi, right? The Adhipatya. So Mesha is, who rules Mesha? Who rules Mesha?
Mangala.
Mars.
Oh, Mars.
And then who rules Rishabha? Venus. Yeah.
Shukra.
Shukra. And then who rules Mithuna? Buddha. Kataka? Chandra. Simha?
Sun.
Surya Deva. And then Kanya? Buddha. Tula? Shukra. Vrishchika?
Kuja.
Dhanus? Guru. Makara? Kumbha? Meena? Guru. Right? So that is how the Adhipatyas are assigned. So the rulers of these are the 12 Rashis and the Grahas that rule the 12 Rashis. And then we also did, what was the next one we did? Ucha Nicha. We did what? So where is the Uchasthana for Surya Deva? Mesha. And then what is the Nichatva? Where is he Nicha? Right opposite. Right? Tula. Wherever he is Ucha, the opposite is Nicha. What about Chandra? Rishabha. You cannot say next one. You should.
English and Kannada.
No, it doesn't matter. You can say Taurus, you can say Rishabha, that's fine. But Rishabha. And where is he? Nicha? Vrishchika. And then where is Kuja? Where is he exalted? Where is he Nicha? Ucha.
Makara is
Ucha and Makara. And Nicha and
Kataka.
And then Buddha?
His Ucha and Kanya.
Nicha and
Meena.
Right. And then Guru? No. Kataka. See, once these two, Dhanur Rashi and Meena Rashi, Ucha in Kataka Rashi, Nicha in
Makara.
Rashi. Okay, and then Guru and Shukra?
Shukra is Nicha and Kanya.
Rashi. And then Ucha
and Meena.
Rashi.
Shani is Nicha and Mesha.
Nicha and Mesha and Ucha and
Tula.
Rahu?
Ucha and Buddha.
Both Rishabha and Mithuna. Both. There are two traditions, but both work. Rishabha and Mithuna. Nicha and Dhanu and Vrishchika. Ketu is the opposite. Right? Ketu is Ucha and his Swasthana is Vrishchika, and Dhanus is his Uchasthana. These two. Right? Okay. So then we did, the next one was Maranasthanas. So tell me the Maranasthanas. Surya Maranasthana is where? Meena. Right? Or the 12th Bhava. 12th Bhava. It's Bhava related, not Rashi related. So it's 12th Bhava. Where is Chandra in Maranasthana?
Oh, this is Bhava, is it? Now we are talking about Bhava, not Rashi.
Ucha Nicha is Rashi.
Okay.
Maranasthana is Bhava.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be anywhere. If it is a 12th house, it's a Maranasthana.
Eighth in
Ashtama. Okay, Ashtama Bhava. Ashtama Bhava is the Mars. 7. And I also gave you the logic, why is each of these. Like Surya in the 12th Bhava is in the Maranasthana because he has lost his respect and honor and authority. Right? His authority is gone. Like that. And then, then Buddha? 7. Again 7. And Guru? 3rd. The house of effort. Guru can speak. You know it. And then Guru and Shukra? 6th. Shani? First. Rahu?
9.
Ketu? 4. That's good. Okay. What else is there to Yeah, let's look at, I think we can do drishtis, graha and graha drishtis, and then just simple things that just with the rashis, and you got your charts?
Yeah.
So like, how to slice and dice the rashis and what information it will give you. So we can look at that. Vimshatri, the timing, Vimshatri Dasha system, and then we look at example charts of Vimshatri. And I think that should cover the base, the foundation part. Okay. So next we did drishtis, the drishtis, right? So the concept of drishti means that each graha can also influence some rashi that it is not in. So let's say a graha is in a rashi, so its sphere of influence. See, we have learned two spheres of influences, right? One is where the graha sits, that house, and the graha owns something, right? So Mars is, the Mesha Rashi is owned by Mars, and let's say Mars is in this. So for this Lagna, that means Mars is in 10th. So he influences the 10th house, but he is also the Lagna Lord. That means he carries the function of you as a person, right? Your identity, the self, and then the 8th. So he's also the 8th Lord. He's the Lord of destruction. So these two, so not only this house, but he's also functioning for these houses as well. 1, 8, and 10. So 1, 8 because of the lordship. He lords over these two houses. And then 10 because he sits in that house. But then there are other rashis that he also influences, and we'll see what that is. Its influence is through drishti. Drishti is, he is seeing aspect, right? He's seeing the other houses. But what does seeing mean?
Is it only positive or?
It could be, if he's positive, he's going to.
That is negative. Positive.
No, Vakra Drishti is, if he's Vakra, then it's Vakra Drishti. We'll see. Vakra means, we'll look at that concept also, since you brought it up. So we'll also look at Rujugati and Vakragati.
Yeah, they have written in my chat. Vakri.
No, Vakri is, it could be good also, good and bad.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean anything. But Vakri means, you're going back. Do things like 10 times? Do you have obsessive, I don't know which graha is Vakri. Okay. So Vakri basically means you do the same thing again and again. Vakri means, you see, all the grahas are going like this, but at some time they also go back.
Okay.
Right? Other than Surya Chandra, we don't see Surya Chandra going back, but all the other grahas, see, Rahu, Ketu are always go back. They are all the Vakra Gati. Surya Chandra are always Rajugati. They always go, because we don't see them go back, right? But if you look at other planets, as seen from the Earth, they're all going this way, but sometimes it looks like they're going reverse. So that reversal, that is apparent, it's a reversal, apparent reversal. If you see like the history of astronomy, they try to explain it through epicycles and all of that. So the grahas and how they move, that is all led to mechanics and physics and all of those things, right? So the models and all. Basically, it's astronomy, and astronomy led to physics and mechanics and all of that stuff. It's to explain, why do I see the grahas go back? What is going on? And so that Vakragati means it's gone back.
Oh, okay.
So gone back is just, you're trying to redo things, fixing, redoing and all of that. It depends on which graha it is.
Okay.
Is it like retrograde plan?
That's what retro is. R, they'll show R in that, which is retro.
But in reality, they don't go back.
Of course, the grahas are going, apparent, right? It's apparent motion. Like where Earth is going, like, if that other graha is going this way, it's fine. But, sometimes when it goes in the opposite and it's going that way, from Earth, it looks like it's going back, right? Like that. So if the Earth and the other graha are together, it's stationary. Okay. Right? Because they're all together, right? It's like two buses are going together. It looks like from your bus, the other one looks like it stopped.
Okay.
Like that. That's what it is.
Okay.
So how do you tag a Vakri?
Oh, it's R, retrograde. Or it's a Va. In Kannada, they would have said V. Va.
Oh, it's a time of birth.
At the birth.
Oh,
Like for example, if you look at.
static, it's static.
Everything is static. This is all static.
But the grahas are changing.
No, but it's always when you take your first breath. Right?
Okay.
That's photo. That's it. So, like for example, I said Buddha, they would have written Vakri like this. Va. That means it is.
Multiple grahas can have that tag.
Sun Moon is always straight.
Okay.
Rahu Ketu always back.
Okay.
So other than those four, everything yes. Yeah.
What is Mandi saying?
No, Mandi, they are Chaya grass, so that is different. That is Shani's Putras. So, yeah. So it's like they're poison. But Mandi, you don't need Mandi for all of this. Gudika, Mandi, all the around. Okay, so Drishti, let's come back to Drishti because Drishti is the other influence, important influence. So what does Drishti mean? It's not, I see. So then what if you see? So then the meaning of Drishti is encoded in the number, right? Because the bhava 1 to 12, whatever meaning we assign to those bhavas, you should, that is the most foundational. That is 7 means desire, 6 means enemies, 5 is creating, like that, right? 3 means our effort and expression. So all of those things. 12 is loss, surrender. So that meaning is set. Now on that meaning, so all the grahas are being given drishtis and some have special drishtis. So now, which means what? When I see some house, see, in physics, drishti means you are receiving. But drishti is not receiving, actually, drishti is actually giving. The evil eye. So evil eye is a drishti that goes from you to the person. So it's seeing is not a mechanical seeing that the light hits my eyeballs and then I see. That's not what it is. So there, when you see, there is a desire from you that is going out. Right? It's not that's the reverse of what seeing is. You see something, your desire hits the other person. And that's how all this drishti dosha and all of those, the origin of that is that. Now, this is exactly the same. So, drishti means what is the desire of that graha that it is influencing on the houses it sees. So, generally, all grahas have 7th drishti. 7th drishti. What does 7 mean? What is 7? In the bhava. Yeah, in the bhava, what is the meaning of 7? Look at your books, your notes.
Society, wife, partnerships.
No, but more than all of that, it is desire. My desire, right? It's a desire. So, where I have desire is in the 7th house. The 7th house is the desire. So, 7th drishti means what? It's the planet's desire. What it desires is hitting the 7th house from that planet will be what the planet, that graha is projecting into that house as its desire. Its desire is in the sun. All grahas have 7th drishti. Sun is seeing. So it means Mars is seeing this house. Right? Mars is seeing. So that means this person, Mars is in this house. Mars owns these 2 houses. Mars sees this house, 7th house. So his influence now is 4 houses.
So it's diagonally opposite. That's why it's seeing. That's what you.
7 is diagonal opposite, right? Like 7th house from this house, where it is. That is 7, right? So Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu. Or Ketu again. Ketu. What is Ketu's drishti?
He's headless.
Huh?
He doesn't have a drishti.
Ketu is headless. So he doesn't have an eye, right? So Ketu has no drishti. So 8 grahas have drishti. Ketu has no drishti. Ketu is just a shadow.
So how did you count 7? Like from Lagna you have to
Yeah.
Oh, from Mars, where it is.
Yeah, Mars drishti is 7th from Mars. Like each graha's drishti is going to be 7th from that. Like if sun, let's say sun is sitting here. Where is sun's drishti? Simha.
Simha.
Right? 7th from here. So every graha, wherever it's sitting other than Ketu, count 7 from that house, its drishti will be on that house. Basically, that means the sphere of influence of sun is the house it's sitting, the house it owns, the house it's seeing. House it owns is also Simha, house it's seeing is also Simha. Right? So now you know that it is influencing things related to that that area of life that are represented by the house in which it is. Here it is the 11th house, and then the house it is seeing, which is the 5th house. Right? Because its drishti is there, and it's also because it owns the house, this gets even more magnified because there are multiple elements related to Simha that sun controls. Right? It's like your house. This is his house. He is seeing his house, and a planet that owns a house and sees that house is always a good influence on that house.
And if he's also in that house, what happens?
Then there is no drishti there.
There is no
He's already there.
He's in
Right?
that house.
His drishti is in the house that he's seeing.
But which one has a maximum effect?
So maximum effect, the most powerful element is the
Where
house
he
in
is
which
sitting.
you sit. Right? So that is like if you want to count what are the aspects of first thing is let's say this is the 11th house, I want to analyze the 11th house. So what are the factors in analyzing the 11th house? The planet in that 11th house. It is the biggest influence. It's like a tenant in your house has the biggest influence on the house. He will move around the chair. He will use the house. He's the one who's using the resources of the house. But then you're the owner, you're somewhere else. So the owner controls, but not directly. That is the next level of control. And then finally, people who are watching the house, they influence the house in the next level. So these are the three factors. The one who is in, the occupant, biggest influence, the owner, and the people or the grahas that see it. Those are the three that determine it. Right? Good? Yeah. So now, so all the grahas except Ketu has drishtis. Ketu doesn't have drishtis. Okay, all the. Now, there are certain grahas, they all have 7th drishti. My desire is expressed in my sight through to the 7th from my house, because this house is the desire of this graha, because it is in the 7th from this graha. So his desire is expressed here. Right? Now, certain planets have special drishtis. What are those? So the Jyothishya says the inner planets has one drishti. What are the inner planets? Mercury, Venus. Mercury, Venus is the inner planets, right? They only have one drishti. Mercury can see 7 houses from where it is. Venus can see 7 houses from where it is. Of course, Surya 7 houses from where he is, and then Chandra 7 houses from where he is. But then the outer planets have special drishtis. What are the outer planets?
Jupiter.
Mars, Jupiter, Saturn.
Saturn.
So they have 3 drishtis. 7 is one drishti for all the 3, but they have 2 more special drishtis. 100% they are saying. So let's start. Which is the first one, outer planet? Kuja, right? Kuja is the after Earth, right? So Mars, other than the 7th, where he expressing his desire, he sees 1, 2, 3, 4th house from himself. The 4th. He has a 4th drishti. Right? And see, he's a warrior. What is the 4th house? Bhava, 4th bhava. What is 4?
Heart.
Comfort, protection. Right? So his 4th drishti, he protects the fourth house as a bodyguard. Think of a warrior. So this warrior Mars is looking at the first house through his fourth drishti as a bodyguard to protect it. So this is your bodyguard. This drishti, the fourth drishti of Mars. So that means, so Mars is here. He has a seventh drishti, or like every other graha has seventh. Then he has a fourth, which is where, that is a protective drishti. That's how he guards that house. So he's the Lagnadipati and also guards Lagna with his fourth house. He's very protective of a person's body, right? That's what it is. Then he has another drishti, and that drishti is called eighth drishti. What is eighth house? Death. So he has a killer aspect on eighth from where he is, Simha here. With the eighth house, he is destroying the enemy. With the fourth drishti, he is protecting the person. Right? So from where he sits, his fourth aspect is Mesha, which is the Lagna. So he's protecting the Lagna with the fourth aspect. With the eighth aspect, he's hitting the fifth house from Lagna. What is fifth house? Fifth could be your followers, it could be, So that means he is looking at the followers, the kids, the children, all of them with the eighth drishti. Which means, but he is in the good state. He's like, look at the planet. So it's like a person who is angry and eighth drishti would be very bad. Is he angry in this house? In Makara, Mars? He's very happy, right? He's exalted. So he's exalted, but with the eighth, he's looking at Simha. That means he's very happy, but then he's looking at, hey, if somebody causes trouble, I'm going to hit you. And that hit you will be this house. Right? So because he's happy, his eighth drishti is going to be like, hey, I caution you. Just, do not cause trouble because I'm going to hit you. So this is a killer aspect. So he kills with the eighth. He's a warrior. So he kills with eighth, he protects with 4. He desires with 7. Now look at all the influences, right? He is in the 10th house from Lagna. He owns these two, 1 and 8. He sees 1, 4 and 5. So all of these houses are in his sphere of influence. So when that dasha comes, it triggers all of those houses. So there will be events related to your body, yourself, your house, your kids, your work. Everything will start triggering in that dasha.
When Kuja Dasha comes.
Kuja dasha comes. Or Kuja Bhukti comes in any of the dashas. When Kuja is triggered, like he takes over the time, right? I rule the time. And when he rules the time, his fruits that he is giving is all the influences that he is in the chart. All the things he influences in the chart, that's what he gives.
This is as per the not the bhava chart, right? This is the first chart that we see.
No, I'm just taking an example of Mesha Lagna, and Mars is in the 10th house, right? I'm just taking an example. It could be any Lagna, right? Mars is in the 10th house. For Mesha Lagna, Mars in 10th house is an exalted Mars. And then I'm showing you where are the influences. He owns these 2 houses. He is sitting in 1 house. He's seeing 3 houses. So
this is based on Lagna chart.
yeah, based on this Lagna chart. Right? Good? So Mars sees 3 houses. Then next, what comes after Mars? Jupiter. So Jupiter, like every other graha, has the 7th drishti. See, Jupiter is the Paramasattvika. He is the extremely good planet in the whole of the chart. And that's the reason why we do the Rik mantra. It's called as Brihaspati Gayatri, right? Prashabham Charshani Nam Vishwarupamatam. Why we praying to Jupiter? He's the Lord of wisdom. So we seek his blessings before we start. Right? So wherever he is, wherever he sees, he blesses with sattva. Where that means if you might have a very bad let's say this Mars is seeing this with 8th house aspect, right? It's bad. Now let's say Jupiter is here. So he is seeing this house with 7th drishti. That means even though this guy is trying to smash him, this guy says, calm down, cool down, sanity. So that means there might be problems in the chart, but check for the blessings in the chart, because sometimes, again, these things happen, right? So things are going bad, but somebody gives you an advice, and because of the advice, you get out of that. That advice, because Jupiter is the natural advisor. He's the Devaguru, right? So that basically that means when he's seeing this, you may be in trouble related to your work, but then somebody advised you, some mentor advised you, and then that got fixed. So if you have a Jupiter drishti on a house in which he is, the house which he sees, he will bless with his drishti. So that means Jupiter's his drishti, his desire is to do you good. Whatever it is, by nature, Jupiter is always good. So when he's seeing some house, he will do good in that house, even if that house has bad combination or that lord is bad. It says that somebody's good blessing is there. Something, somebody will come advise, or some good Samaritan, somebody will come and help you. You will get some help from somewhere. That's what Jupiter is.
But if he's debilitated, then
Right. If Jupiter is debilitated, that means that person is the person that's giving you advice is in a very bad position, right? But Jupiter is Jupiter. Even if he is debilitated, he still does blessings. But think of like a very weak guru, somebody but nobody considers whatever he says. But he still tells you, but his influence is very limited. So that's what a Nietzsche guru is. His influence is very limited.
Okay. It depends on whether you take the advice or not.
But that means his advice is not going to be powerful.
Okay.
So, we like look at, this is all talking about our life, right?
Yeah.
Do you take advice from everybody? You will not. Like you will pick and choose. Oh, this guy is saying, okay, I'll take his advice. Or this guy is saying, he cannot keep his things correct. He's telling me. So when you think of like that is that person who has a bad guru, in your chart. That is what that person's advice is. It might be 100% right. That is a good advice, but you don't consider, because for you in your chart that is a Nietzsche guru. So your advisor will be a weak advisor whose influence is not there. Those are the only people who will try to advise you like that. Okay, so seventh is where guru drishti desire is in the 7th from where he is. So if Jupiter is here, his 7th drishti will be here, right? Which means it's also in some way fixing in this case it's not a very bad drishti, but Mars is exalted. But let's say if Mars 8th is here, then if Guru is also mixing there, then there is some kind of a stability and some kind of a blessing that Jupiter is throwing there. Then Jupiter, being an outer planet, also has the 5th drishti. 5th drishti. So this is 5th drishti. See, what are the most important houses which we have to do? I forgot the important houses. 5 and 9, right? It's called Trikona.
best friends.
They are the best friends. Right? In any lagna, anywhere you are. We should also look at the Graha Sambandha, Naisargika Graha Sambandha, like who is whose enemy, who is whose friend. So after this we'll see that. Okay. So 5th, again, a Graha who is Satvika will have Satvika Drishti. So 7th is his natural. 5th is what? What is 5th? Creation. That's knowledge. Right? 5th, natural 5th is where it's a house of light. Right? This is where sun's house. This is if the Mesha is the Lagna, which is the natural chart, 5th house is fourth and fifth are where the light is, right? This is the Chandra light, this is the Surya light. So that means your knowledge is in the fifth house. Like I think somebody said, if you have Rahu in the fifth, that is where it destroys the knowledge. That person should be very, they should be very cautious about what they are learning, what they are understanding, because understanding itself might be troublesome. So they should take a lot of precautions if you have Rahu in the fifth house. Right? Why? Because Rahu is a shadow and fifth house is light. So the house of light has a lot of shadows, especially the worst shadow is Rahu. Right? Rahu is the one that is like, shadow means what? Shadow is like make-believe, right? Ponzi scheme. Like you believe something, but there's nothing. There's no foundation to it. That is what shadow is. Rahu, Ketu, they don't exist. But their concepts in their shadows. They only appear when there is an eclipse. But otherwise, the concept is all mental concepts. That means you mentally believe, physically it doesn't exist. So that is the worst. Rahu is the worst of the. So fifth house is the house of knowledge. Ninth house is the house of wisdom. Right? Bhagyasthana. Ninth house is Bhagyasthana. Right? In the natural ninth is what? Dharma. Daiva, Dharma, Bhagya. All of those things are in the ninth. So in your chart, like for example, if you want to wear a ring, let's say a stone, very safely, the fifth lord, fifth house, fifth lord, ninth house, ninth lord, you can always, because they'll always be beneficial to the Lagna. They'll be always beneficial to, for example, let's say you're born in Mesha Lagna. Fifth is Surya. So if you wear ruby, no problem, because he is friendly to Mesha. Ninth house, Guru. If you wear Pusharaga, he is good, beneficial. So fifth and ninth, you can wear those stones. Not Mars, coral, he's the Lagna lord, but also eighth lord. Don't really wear this coral, right? Seventh, never. Don't wear Venus. Diamond for Mesha Lagna, never. Because he's also Maraka, second house, and seventh house is a Maraka for the Lagna. So things like, hey, can I get a diamond ring for my wife, and the wife is Mesha Lagna? No, it's fine. You don't have to get diamond ring. Right? So that's Mesha Lagna, get ruby, Pusharaga. That those two will be good. Not even like, I don't even recommend coral, because he also owns the eighth one. Just don't take chances. Right? 5 and 9, your best friends are where? 5 and 9. That's your best friend. Wherever your Lagna is, 5th from that and 9th from that, they are your best friends. And that's where this Guru sees 5 is knowledge, 9 is wisdom. Guru, so we look at all the graha, the Rashis Guru is seeing. So if he is here in Kumbha, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's looking at Mithuna, and then 7, 8, 9. He's looking at Tula. So that means his blessing is not only on Simha, his blessing is in Mithuna and Tula also. He's looking at the 7th house, so he will be a blessing in marriage. He's looking at the 3rd house. He's a blessing for communication and things like that. And then, of course, 5th house. Right? Good?
Ninth house is a mentor.
Wisdom, mentor, all of that. People that, see, time-wise, they say, 1 is the present, 5 is your future, 9 is your past. So that means 5 is your kids, your future, that which comes after you. 9th is who have come before you. That's your dad, your parents, your guru, your tradition, dharma, everything that comes before us, but also is protective of us. These are the mentor, right? They're guides, mentors, wise people. They're all in the 9th from Lagna. They're all there. And Guru sees, so Guru sees the 5th house, he gives knowledge. Guru sees the 9th house, he gives wisdom. So wherever Guru sees, he gives advice. He gives the light. He is the giver of light, because 9th, 5th and 9th. Okay, good. Is it?
So, the 7th, 5th, 9th houses are relative to wherever Guru is sitting.
Because
Not
we are talking
from the
about
ascendants.
No. We are talking about Guru's drishti.
Yeah.
Guru's drishti means where Guru is.
Yeah.
From that, count 7 houses, count 5 houses,
Yeah.
count 9 houses. That's Guru's drishti. Right? So Lagna, from Lagna is your 5th house. It's your 5th house.
Okay.
Not if Guru
Yeah.
is in Lagna, then your 5th house is also his 5th drishti.
Right.
Right? Like that. Okay. So then let's look at Shani. Shani also has 3 aspects. Okay, like everybody 7. Shani is 7, right? 7 where he he sees 7th house. Then 3rd house. He sees 3rd house. Why? What is 3rd? Naturally, what is 3rd? Your 3rd bhava. All these numbers.
Enemy.
Effort,
Effort.
right?
Effort.
And I said Shani is what? What is his karakatva?
Work hard.
Labor. He's a hard worker. That means if you have troubles with Shani, and if you are not taking shortcuts, you are doing actual hard work, like back-breaking work, Shani loves it. Right? He's very good. So 3 is what? Is your effort. What effort that you are putting, that is the 3rd house. So that means when he sees the 3rd drishti, he expects you to work hard in that house. Like let's say Shani is here. Let's say Shani is here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3 is Kataka, right? His 3rd drishti is on Kataka Rashi. So he's saying this is 1, 2, 3, 4. To you is it is the 4th house. So Shani's 3rd drishti is on the 4th house. 4th house is your comfort. If Shani looks at your comfort house, they are opposite, right? You want to be this is your home. You want to be relaxed in the home. Shani says you will not get relaxation in the home. It's not like, I think last time we spoke about, if Mars sees the 4th house, what happens, right? That's the Kuja dosha we're talking about. There's going to be fight in the house. If Shani sees, Shani is Dukkha Karaka. Shani is where, he's expecting a lot of work. So if you don't, and that's how these grahas work. If you do the hard work in the house, the dukkha will not be there. If you don't do any work, then the house, when you go inside the house, you will feel a melancholy. I go to my house and suddenly all my joy is gone. Something in that house, I think Vastu is not good. Right? That feeling will come. But that, like I said, there is going to be a positive aspect and negative aspect, right? The negative aspect is when you go home, you're going to suffer in the house. But if you want to get out, Saturn influence is there. You cannot do anything. The negative part of Saturn is suffering. So if you don't do anything, you're going to be suffering. The positive aspect is work hard in the house. Don't be comfortable in the house. Then that suffering will go away. Right? So that is how you kind of get rid of the suffering of Saturn, by taking a path that Saturn also rules. Because Saturn is saying, I influence your 4th house, your comfort. You either don't do anything and suffer, or you work very hard and I will not give you suffering. But I will influence the 4th house. No, with the 4th house from Lagna, with my 3rd drishti. And the 3rd drishti requires what? You to put effort. But if without putting effort, if you sit in your house, you will suffer. But do things in the house, around the house, where you're doing a lot of hard labor, I will keep you, or I will not give you suffering. So if you see this combination, and if you're an astrologer, when you're doing a consultation with them, what do you have to say? Hey, if you don't do anything, if you want to feel comfortable in the house, do some work in the house. You should always do labor, do the dishes, because they're all Shani, right? It's not a knowledge work, it is a labor, grunt work. So if you do grunt work in the house, doing dishes or cleaning and all those things, you will be happy, no suffering. in that house. Because now you're doing the work of Saturn that he expects you to do in the fourth house, in your house. That is a concentration. Now, if somebody recommends, wear Neelamani, so to make, there's always this, people think that you make the graha happy when you wear its ring. No, you're making graha powerful. Now, if you make this graha powerful, he's powerfully influencing the fourth house, and your suffering will increase or decrease.
So you wash more dishes.
Your labor, so that means you're washing just lunch and dinner. Now breakfast, lunch and
Husbands
dinner,
have
and
Shani
somebody
in
else is.
US. No, that's what I'm saying. Like all the husbands have Shani in the US.
Right? So that is why it is very important to see which graha you are making powerful. Especially not the graha that is sitting in the second house. Especially if it is an evil graha.
So, okay, Shani in the third house, it influences the house to put more effort. What should be in the third house to affect anything? Are you saying like if a graha is in the third house from Shani, that's what it influences? I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. Because Shani Drishti asset is what? 7.
Yeah.
Shani is seeing 8th house. Shani is seeing 4th house, which is third from itself. So whatever we are saying is from it,
Right.
count what number you have to count.
Yeah, but then what should exist there to?
No, there's no should. What is there for you when you were born? That's what it is. Yeah, you can have a moon there.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, moon is very good.
Or Venus.
Venus is very. Yeah, see, you're naturally thinking, right? So, what are the grahas of comfort? All Jala Tattva.
Right.
Chandra is good, and its own house. Shukra is good in a Jala Tattva Rashi. So, you want Jala in the house. That means you don't have to do hard work. You can enjoy. See, Jala, I don't know if you know this. So, when we do Homa, right, there's something called as Panchagni Vidya. I don't know if you have watched the Adi Shankara Sanskrit movie. So there is a scene in Bananjay Govindacharya wrote the script for that. If you don't know, there's an event here, right? May 16th. May 16th. So he wrote the script for it. G.V. Iyer went to him to write the script, and his Dvaita and this is the Advaita. It's a Shankaras. So that is the scholarship he had. So in that there is a scene where Vyasa, Veda Vyasa comes to, because I think Shankara is writing the Brahma Sutra Bhashya. So then he asks him about Panchagni Vidya. What is this? What is this Panchagni Vidya? Why is this line in this Upanishad saying this? I forget what the line. It's like he's born in water or something. It says in the Upanishad. So explain to me. So that Panchagni Vidya is there's 5 Agnis where the Ahuti happens for the transition of the Jiva. So the first Agni is where the Agni is the Bhasma, where the cremation Agni. That is the first Agni. So the cremation Agni, it takes the Jiva out, right? The Jiva goes out from that Agni. Then it says, Surya is the Agni. Whether, here, of course, it is somebody that's going to Swargaloka. Surya is Agni. Then finally, when he comes down, he says, the clouds and the Jiva comes down through rain and then enters the vegetables. And the father eats the vegetable, it goes to the father's body, and from the father's body to the mother's body, and then he is born. So because water is the highest content in the body, that's the reason why it says he is born as water or something like that. That line is there in the Upanishad. So he's explaining that, Panchagni Vidya. So there are 5 Agnis because there are 5 transition points. Important thing for us is Agni is where we offer to the Devatas. Right? In the 3rd chapter of Gita, Agni, it says, right, Brahma created Yajna, and Yajna has Agni as the core. And what is Agni's job? What is Agni? He's a Duta, he's a messenger, right? Agni is the messenger. He's messenger between what?
Us and the God.
humans and
God.
devatas. So we feed the devatas through Agni, and then Krishna expands that Agni in the 4th chapter, saying, oh, it is not just the physical Agni, effort is also Agni. When you do an effort, then that is Agni. So you're offering the effort in the Agni of the pain of the effort to the devatas. So there's many teaching is Agni, like that. So when our offering goes through Agni, it could be physical Agni, it could be mental Agni, whatever Agni it is through. The blessings come through water. Physical, devatas give blessing through rain. But the water element is the blessing. So what we enjoy is always seen through the water element. Which is, what are the two natural water elements? Shukra, Chandra. So our enjoyment, what we get is through the water, what we give is through the fire. So that is how you connect the concept of yajna to Jyothishya.
There in the 3rd house for Shani, 3rd drashti, if there is Shukra, then still he gets the 3rd drashti. The enjoyment decreases, but not that much.
Exactly. So if Shukra is there, that means, see, if nothing is there, basically enjoyment is not very much. But then on top of that, if Shani is seeing, that means you have to do very hard work to not suffer. Don't talk about enjoyment, not suffer. If Shukra is there, he's like a brake. Shukra is like going very fast, giving you a lot of enjoyment. But when Shani puts the brake on it, it's don't enjoy. You have to also do some work. That's this. So any question so far?
Is it because Shukra is exalted in the 4th house?
Is he exalted?
Yeah, he is.
Shukra. Which Rashi is he exalted in?
He is in 4th only. Exalted, yeah.
No. He's exalted in Meena.
Jupiter is exalted.
Shukra is exalted in me.
Yeah,
That's
Shukra.
all.
Yeah, maybe I missed.
See, the 12th bhava is also bed. That's where you go to sleep, right? 12th bhava is anywhere there's a loss of aham. So you lose aham not only in your death and also losing honor and respect, also in deep sleep when you sleep. So that is where it's Shayana Sukha, the 12th house, and that's where is exalted.
What about Surya in the 3rd house from Shani? What's the effect?
Yeah, Surya, again, you have to look at, are they friends, are they enemies? So Surya is a natural enemy of Shani. So if he's Surya sitting in 4th house, fire is in the 4th house. Think of your home. Do you want fire in the home? No. You want water in the home. So if fire is there, first of all, naturally it is not good in the house. Is there some kind of anxiety? Shani is seeing on top of that, it is trouble. Right? So
Satish, he's making me laugh. Water, you can wash the dishes. Fire, the wife is a
Shani won't let go.
It's not right. Husband also can do.
If it's cool, we are going to wash more dishes.
yeah, right? So that is the third aspect of it. What is the next one? It sees 10th from itself.
10.
And 10th is natural karma. So one is effort, the other one is quality of work. 10th is your karma. So wherever he sees, he is expecting you. See, Shani, what is, if you look at Shani, is the son of who? Surya Deva. Who is Shani's brother?
Yama.
Yama.
Yeah.
So they are both natural judges. See, Yama is a judge, right? So this Abrahamic Judgment Day, it's basically Yama. So Judgment Day is not just once. Judgment Day is every time you die, there is a judgment. Right? Yama is the judge. And you don't want Yama to be the judge. You want Dharma to be the judge. See, Yama is like the villain. Dharma is the good. Like when you go see Dharma, he'll send you to Swargaloka. When you see Yama, he's going to send you to Narakaloka. So you should, Yamadarshana should not happen. Dharma Darshana can happen. Dharma Darshana, like Tirupati Dharma. Right? So 10th house is your house of karma. That means a house of judgment. Have you done good work in life or not? So with the 10th house is saying, hey, like if, where did I say Shani is sitting? Oh, Shani is sitting here. 10th from Shani is this house. This is natural 11th house, right? From Lagna it's the 11th house. So that means the 11th house is naturally what is the house of community. It's your networks. Shani is sitting here and saying, hey, you better do good to the community, because that's how I'm going to judge you. Did you do good to people without expecting anything? Shani doesn't expect anything. Don't expect anything, just do. So Shani is asking that. Did you do good to the community with his 10th aspect? Did you put in effort with the 3rd aspect? Okay. See, 10th is always judgment. Good karma, bad karma. Shani is saying, what karma did you do there? Because I am going to give you special. I'm seeing that especially in your chart, the 10th house from where I see, which is your 11th house. With respect to your 11th house, I will be focusing on what good you are going to do to the community. If you don't do that good to the community, you will have suffering here. It could be suffering to your elder brothers, your friends, your whole support system is the 11th house. So they might be cause of suffering to you. Your friends might cause suffering to you. So if you start doing good without expecting anything, then your network, your support system, your friends, your elders, elder brothers, elder siblings, they will be good to you. Right?
Just, you're talking about that one as well as the Shani there, you said about the doing good and effort, put effort. Is it not obvious why we have to be saying that this planet and this grahas have to
What
be
is obvious?
doing good to the community or not working hard? Is
See,
it not an
if you
obvious
take
thing?
all the rules there,
Huh?
hey, do good to the community.
Mhm.
They are basically saying what the grahas expect.
Yeah, but that is in general, whether
So
a person
what you
is
do
born with that
Correct.
characteristics or not, that is in general, it should be common to every.
But whatever is in general is derived from these particular rules.
Yeah, but are we now saying that a person born with those traits, with those rashis and planets are supposed to only do that? Or
No. Specifically be careful because you have a tendency to not do good to the community.
those people?
Those people.
Okay.
Shani is, that's why he's looking at this. I am going to look at your interaction with the community.
Okay.
If you do anything bad, I'm going to cause suffering in that aspect.
So
of life.
my influence, if I am in that position, I will be more punished rather than the others. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
you will suffer. Not in the future, now.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's saying if you sit at home
Yes.
without doing anything,
Correct.
Shani is saying, I'm going to give you suffering in the
Because
house.
I am born with that.
With
Okay.
Shani in the second.
Okay.
Right now, not in the future. Right now.
Uh-huh.
But then it's saying, if you work hard in the house, I will lessen the suffering.
Okay. Understood.
Same thing with your 11, your
Okay.
social network.
Okay.
It says, if you work, if you do good
Right.
to the community, I will not give you suffering.
Okay. Even though I'm born with that, I will excuse you because you are doing good there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And that every planet does that.
Right.
Every planet does that. So
Okay.
if Mars is saying, I'm going to create violence in the 5th
Correct.
house, but do the right, like the good Mars,
Yes.
like do exercise or
Whatever.
something.
Yeah.
So then this tendency has to get out.
Yeah.
It will go out. If it is in the bad state, it will naturally by default try to go out in the negative
Yeah.
through
Correct.
through arguments and all of that.
Yes.
But then it says, instead of arguing, if you go work out,
Uh-huh.
then it is that energy is getting out through workout.
Right.
So that violence is gone.
Okay.
The argument in the house is gone.
So
Okay.
that
Right.
sometimes you know the rules, but then the reality is different, right? Meaning some people like, I shouldn't argue, but they end up arguing. The buddhi that is being played there, right? How do you control it to say, oh, stop versus?
No. Let's say somebody comes with this combination.
Correct.
Yes.
First thing is, hey, you are going to be suffering in your house. Wherever you are, it's not just this house. Any house you go, you'll be suffering in the house. Start working in the house.
Correct.
Do hard work in the house. That suffering will
Come
lessen.
down, yeah.
But it is simple to say, right? But then,
Do you want to suffer?
But then,
That's why.
No.
the suffering has to happen.
No,
because-
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to happen. If you can manifest it in the positive aspect of Shani, the negative will go away.
But then under that scenario, there may be some other graha or Rashi
Now-
which
now-
would be influencing for him not to do that.
Yeah.
They may be more pronounced than the other one, right?
Do you want to suffer or not is the question.
Nobody wants to suffer.
And
right?
then if you don't want to suffer, then you have to put in effort. Physical effort
But
effort
what
in the
you're
house.
saying was, but there's something else which is telling not to do that work.
The karmas, the prarabdha karma.
Probably.
No, this is the prarabdha. What you are seeing is prarabdha karma. This is prarabdha karma. This Shani in the second, Shani seeing the fourth.
Oh.
That is the prarabdha karma.
Correct.
The prarabdha karma says that if you go to your house, you will suffer in that house.
Right.
The reason maybe, in the D60 chart we'll see, reason is you gave a lot of suffering to somebody in their house. So now that is coming to you.
So you have to repay. There is a repay. debt.
Repayment by suffering, repayment by labor. You have two choices.
Right.
What will you do?
Okay.
I will not do labor means, then you just enjoy the suffering.
But if it
Yeah.
is that simple, right, then
It is not that simple. This is the rules of grahas.
No, it's about
Why is it
understanding the
simple?
personality. Right?
Jyothishya, then he said, oh, you work hard.
Yeah.
I come home and then I go home, get up from bed.
Then that in that scenario, the Shani is influenced because Shani hates people not working.
Right.
Shani hates lazy people. Right?
Right.
So if you're sitting and not doing anything, he is getting even more angry, saying, oh, you will let me give you more suffering. Because he owns suffering. In the Kala Purusha chart, the Karakatva of Shani is what? Suffering, dukkha. So he's saying, I will give you dukkha. If you do labor, I will not. But if you don't do labor, if you are lazy, I will make sure you suffer. That's it. And that's not, Shani is not taking any revenge. Shani is saying, because you made that person suffer. So that karma I have to give in some way. He has to give. So I am going to give you as suffering, or I am going to give you as a labor that you just do and dissipate it.
Oh.
So it's all about what it is giving here. You need to dissipate. That dissipation will come through either suffering or hard work.
Correct.
That's it. But think of all of this as that energy is there.
Right.
It has to go out and dissipate some way.
Correct.
Do you choose the default way that it is showing, or do you modify it in a different constructive dissipation? That's what it is. See, otherwise if I say, oh, you are going to suffer in the house, you are already suffering in the house, let's say, I have not done anything. See, unless it is a dhrida karma, or then I can say something else. Let's say this is basically adhrida. Nothing is there. So I can say, the way to modify that suffering is to just do labor in the house. That's it. Right? So again, whatever these prarabdha karma is an energy that is sitting within us in the chitta that needs to dissipate.
Correct.
By default, it dissipates as suffering, or arguments or violence and all of that stuff. But you can choose if it is dhrida or adhrida or dhrida to dissipate in a different manner. That is where the power of choice effort is. Purushakara, right? When we spoke about karma theory, I said Purushakara can modify your prarabdha. This is what I'm showing how that modification is going to be. Good?
And that will also needs to be there, right?
Will needs to be there. again, you know, if you're suffering, you want to suffer. If you if you don't want to suffer, then
It's a continuous conscious effort.
it's a conscious effort. Yeah? It is not going to be, let's say this Shani, let's say here, Nicha. So if Nicha Shani is, and say your Lagna is here, and your fourth house is Gemini, right, your Mithuna, and Shani is seeing through the third aspect, Mithuna. So this is not just some Shani, he's a Nicha Shani. So his Nicha aspect is, he's saying, he's so Nicha, he's saying, I want too much labor, like because he's already in pain. He wants to give even more pain. This is better, he's in friend's house. Here he is Nicha. So his Nicha's third aspect is going to be very, 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 it's a lot of suffering in the third house. Those are the people that will not have.
If he is Nietzsche, his power is also less, right?
No, his power to do good is less, do bad. See, Shani is labor, Shani is also suffering. Ucha Shani is disciplined labor. He gets up at 4 o'clock, you know, you can see them, they're very methodical. Shani is very methodical, you know, they get up. Think of people,
Nietzsche
see,
means negative character.
the negative characters comes out. That means his suffering, that aspect comes out. But when his Ucha, his positive characters comes out. But in the modifications that we are doing through Purushakara, we are taking the characteristics of the Shani's positive, like Uchatva, to dissipate the negative energy in you. That's what it is.
I have one question. On that place where Shani is asking us to do the effort, suppose if there is a Mithuna in that house, he is going to say that, oh, even though you are putting the bad things for me, is Mithuna going to say that he will counteract that and he will reduce that?
Mithuna, can Mithuna say anything?
Huh?
Can Mithuna say?
No, it's just a resource.
Because it's Jada, right? Rashi cannot say anything.
Oh,
Rashi can provide. It's like a table chair here. So you cannot say table and chair are telling something. Table and chair are giving you the resource to do what you can do in that with that resource.
But if you have a Rahu or a Ravi in Mithuna Rashi,
Okay.
and Shani is aspecting,
From
not
here.
third house or the 10th house, then there will be consequences.
Yeah. So that means it is not. It is influencing the graha in that house, and because the drishti depends on the relationship between the planet that is seeing to the planet that is seen. So if Sun is there, and Shani from his Nicha is seeing, so Sun in the let's say third is saying, Sun is authority, right?
Yeah.
I want to express my authority through my efforts. Shani says, Shani has no ahankara. Shani hits somewhere people who have ahankara, right? Shani wants somebody to be like, talebakskond hogo. That is the Shani's thing.
Yeah.
Surya's thing is, like this. Confidence. He's the king. He'll be kingly, right? Shani will be servantly. Now Shani is looking at the person who is kingly, what happens in his life? As long as you are like this, 8 tintya, right? Talebaksu, then ella siriyagatte. That is what it is.
so you are saying the Shani is more powerful than the sun?
Oh, he's seeing the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shani is not powerful than the sun.
Because
But
he
sun
saying
is under
that
the influence of
even though
Shani.
you are a king, I'm going to hit you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any graha can influence any graha.
But Surya is in the third house, that's why.
Oh.
Sun is influencing the Surya.
Shani is seeing the third house.
Surya's
Saying,
Karaka
I
is
will,
not coming
Surya's
out.
natural. See, what is Surya's negative? Surya's negative is ahankara.
Correct.
So, durahankara. So, Shani is saying, labor should not have ahankara. She says, I rule labor.
That's what.
I rule servants. I rule workers. You be like worker. If you act like king, it's a worker acting like a king. What will happen to him? He'll get fired or change your behavior. So Shani looking at the sun says, you change your behavior. As long as you have a kingly behavior and this ahankara, I will hit you. That's
But if there are other good planets there, like Jupiter,
Correct. Yeah, that's what
then the effect will be reduced.
yeah, see, like I said, it's like multiple influences are going to give you the final picture of what's happening there.
That's what
But you cannot look at 10 influences and study that, right? You have to
Yeah.
look at one by one.
Yeah,
That's what we are seeing.
correct.
So you said the dissipation, right, is either a negative or a positive, correct?
Yeah, it could be negative by
So-
default.
So on a timeline, right, can you say, oh, it's like, it's 6 months of hard work. Shani is going to say, work hard for 6 months, 3 months, 2 months. Is there a time bound?
No, Sadhasati is Gochara, so that's a different thing.
Uh,
So time bound that is very likely going to happen. This is for life.
mhm.
You learn to do work. If the Shani is looking at your 4th house, do work in house.
Mhm.
That's a permanent solution.
Okay.
But if you have Shani Dasha, right, it's 19 years,
18.
19 years,
Okay.
or Bhukti is in any other Dasha,
Uh-huh.
this it's like, hey, you get the lordship of 19 years. You rule now. So Shani is saying, my biggest worry is all these spheres of influence. That is where the biggest influence of mine is. So especially that 19 years, he is going to be hitting you. So
18 years. Okay.
19 years.
19 years.
Yeah, 18 is Rahu.
Okay.
So that 19 years you have to work.
After that, you're.
Now after that also you have to do.
Some
But
other.
some other planet might become, rule that, Vimshatari, and then other influence might come.
So it's all basically what nakshatra, what time I was born.
Yes.
You know, all this.
Yes.
It's all playing.
And that's why nakshatra at birth is very important. Like I said last time, if you have very bad dashas and it is when you are very young, it doesn't matter. What matters is between the 25 or 30 to
Yeah.
about 50 years, right? 50 or 68. That 30 years, the prime of life, you have to have the best. If you are old, you get a Raja Yoga, there's nothing you can enjoy. If you are very, very young and get Raja Yoga, you don't know you have a Raja Yoga. So both is not good. So that's why whenever you're seeing, look at that between 30 to 60. What you might have all the Raja Yogas in the chart, but the 2 or 3 bad yogas, that is the one that is ruling at 60, 30 to 60. That means a bad luck. You have everything good, but that comes way early in life or late in life. So like that. Right? So these 3, Mars, and then Rahu. Rahu is also there. Rahu is anti-guru. So anti-clockwise and anti-guru. So Rahu is seeing 7 and he's seeing 9, he's seeing 5. Same thing. He is also Trikona, but the ulta. That means, let's say, if where is Guru? Let's say the Rahu is also here. Let's say Rahu will see this house, 7th drishti. Rahu's 5th drishti is where? Ulta. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Rahu's 5th drishti is where Guru's 9th drishti is.
So you have to count also anti-clockwise.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be the same thing. But you need to know whether it is the 5th drishti or the 9th drishti. That means 5th drishti means he is eclipsing your knowledge. 9th drishti means he is eclipsing your wisdom. What is the difference between knowledge and wisdom?
Knowledge is something that you gain.
Wisdom we don't gain.
Wisdom is something. Prarabdha.
Knowledge is
Knowledge
what you
is
know.
something like you acquired information. That is knowledge. You can acquire a lot of information.
Okay.
Wisdom is how you are able to apply that information, knowledge into something, right?
No, wisdom is not. Wisdom is, see, you are,
Distinguish.
everything is a cycle. Okay. So, and this is in the book. So I'm giving you one story in the book.
Okay.
So, what is wisdom? Wisdom is things are in cycle. Everything is in cycle. So, and what has happened to you is also applicable to me. So that things, it's not like unique things happen and things that happen to one person at one time cannot be applied to another person at another time. So there's like a cycle, right? The market has a cycle. So everybody thinks this is all new, but it's always happened. Everything has happened in cycles. That is wisdom. That is that, these things are in cycle, and that person happened, this happened in that person's life. That is applicable to me as well.
Like an experience.
An experience, right? Where it's an experience over a long time, because it's a cycle. That experience is repetitive experience. Right? Somebody, somewhere, something happened. And in my book, I tell the story of, in Mahabharata Shanti Parva, Bhishma tells this story of Indra and Virochana. So Virochana is, he rules the Swarga, right? He's Asuraki. So then finally the Devas fight them and they win, and the Asuras are banished. Virochana is banished, and the Devas are all partying. It's we are the most powerful, and but you know what? One of the Devas say, this enjoyment will increase if we can show this enjoyment in front of Virochana. Then that fall will be even deeper, because he will suffer looking at us enjoying. Let's go track him. So they'll go in all different lokas. Virochana, they cannot find Virochana. What happened to, where is he? And Indra, all the devatas are going. Finally, they'll locate him in some world, as a donkey. He's there as a donkey. Then Indra comes and tells Virochana, oh my goodness, look at you. The king of the heavens is now a donkey. Look at you and look at me. I am the king now of the three worlds. Look at where you are. Virochana is unmoved, and then he says, see, today it's now your time. You are the king. I was once the king, but I will not always be in this state. I will also come to that position. Then Indra is like, oh my goodness, what wisdom. He'll say, thank you, go. That is wisdom. That is saying it is your time you are enjoying now. It is a cycle. That is not permanent, this is not permanent. And then Indra is like, oh, what wisdom you taught me. I came to taunt you, but you actually taught me what is life. So that is the wisdom. That is what wisdom is. That means that things are in cycle, things are not permanent. That knowing that what happened to somebody is also applicable to us. How people behaved, same way we'll behave now, right? You get into a position, ankara will happen. With ankara, you'll do something, some mistake, you will fall. All of those things happen. It's not new now. It has happened before. It will happen now. It will happen in the future. That is wisdom, right? That's what wisdom is.
It's like parents have wisdom, kids have knowledge.
Parents have wisdom because we have gone through that. Hey, when I was, this is happening in our house. When I was a teenager, I was thinking like that. I was rebelling authority. But now I know they were true. What my parents said was true. Now you will have that hormones kick in and you will feel like that. So that I went through that, I know what you are feeling, that is wisdom. That is what it is. So here Rahu is 7. Rahu's 9th drishti will fall on the 5th house, right? It's where the 5th. So that means if Rahu is here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th drishti is on the 9th, right? That means 9th, the 5th drishti is the 9th because it's from it's back, right? It goes backwards. And the 9th drishti is the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the 5th from this. So Guru is also sitting with Rahu. Guru's 5th is in Gemini. Rahu's 9th is in Gemini because Rahu comes from the other way. So that means when it's coming from the other way, even though it's the same house, Guru is giving knowledge, Rahu is corrupting wisdom. Both are hitting this house. So with respect to our expression and communication, we might do a lot of mistakes in communication because the wisdom that we learn from our experience will not be workable wisdom. We will not learn from our mistakes. Basically, wisdom is what? Learning from our mistakes, learning from others' mistakes. We will not do that because Rahu is sitting here with the 9th drishti on this house. Right? But Guru is saying, but with the 5th drishti, I'll give you the knowledge of how to communicate. I'll give you that. But Rahu is saying, yes, you might have the knowledge, but I'll make sure you not learn from your mistakes.
So who will win in the end?
whoever is stronger. But Rahu here is his own house,
He has the answer for everything.
right? It's his own house. So who is stronger? Rahu is stronger. Rahu is stronger because it's his mula, it's his own house. Kumbha is where his house is. So now I was saying he's very powerful. Rahu is looking at this. Good. So everything else, sun is 7, moon sees 7th house, Ketu has no drishti, then Mars, Mercury and Venus have only 7th drishti, Mars 7, 4, 8, Jupiter 7, 5, 9, Saturn 7, 3, 10, and Rahu 7, 9, 5.
Sun
Because-
is one drishti, you said?
Sun is 1 drishti.
7.
7,
And moon.
1 drishti. 7.
We talked about how we can get rid of, not get rid of, work towards having a Shani in the you work hard and if you have Shani Dashe or Shani Vakradushti or Shani is bad and that.
Mhm.
The same way, is there anything for the Rahu?
See, Rahu is the multiplier. So, like, McDonald's was small when it started. Then it scaled, right? That scaling cannot be done by any other graha other than Rahu. Virality, Rahu. When things grow very big, multiply, it is Rahu.
Okay.
So that means if Rahu, to trigger Rahu, you got to think big. That is what Rahu, that is the positive of Rahu.
Okay.
Thinking big. Negative is manipulation, suddenness,
Okay.
that is surprise.
So if Rahu is exalted and then he is in Mithuna Rashi,
Yes.
then it is a good influence. And then even if other grahas have a bad drishti on that graha, on that house, it will not affect him.
It depends on which houses it is, which bhava it is.
Okay.
So all of those, it depends on all that.
Okay. See, for
See,
example,
wherever Rahu is, right? So that is the deep desire that we bring in, right? So here, if Rahu is here, here it is anyaya. He wants his deep desire is for justice.
okay.
But here it is for play, right? It's to manipulate, to play, to enjoy. That is where it is.
But he's also exalted there.
Good. That's why he's exalted.
Yeah.
He's exalted because he enjoys. He is just the head, right? He can only eat. There is no satisfaction because there is no body there.
Yeah.
So he can eat all. That's why he is in the second house. He loves the second house because the second house is consumption. And the third house is in expression, and it's also Kama Trikona. We'll talk about that. But that's why he loves it. He loves that house.
But how do you, if he's bad influence, then how do you reduce Rahu's bad influence? Like, example,
Big.
example, Shani, you work hard.
Yeah, that's what
Yes.
I was asking.
Kuja, energy in the constructive way, exercise,
Okay.
very, very good. Joint debates. So wherever you are where you are kind of competing in a constructive way, that's good.
But for
Rahu is scaling.
But if the
Think
scaling
big.
is bad,
Think big.
if thinking big is bad, then
Like, give me an example.
Rahu is in a bad spot.
yeah,
Correct.
Then, even if you think big, then we'll be thinking big in a
in a
bad
bad
way.
way.
No, you need not be.
Need not be.
It need not be. Why would it be bad?
When he's in a bad spot, his
No,
influence is
when
bad.
he's in a bad spot, you're not thinking big in a bad way. You are manipulating. He's a thief, right? You're just it's a manipulation, right? His mind games. Rahu, he's like a show, and there's nothing to that, right? It's like he's just showing something. There's nothing to it. He's a cheater. So that is the default. That is what it is, right? He's enjoyer. He's cheater. He's just appearance, right? Scaling is the positive aspect of it, not the negative aspect of it. So that's the
So if
difference.
he's a cheater, how do you scale him?
No, instead of being a cheater, whatever Rashi he's sitting in, you can think of the positive aspect of that Rashi in a bigger scale.
But that multiplier cannot be in a bad way. Can when you are saying he is a multiplier,
Yes.
scaling up.
See,
you are only
he
saying in a
doesn't care.
constructive way, or does he do?
He doesn't care
destructive
what
also
he's
multiplies?
multiplying. For example, I'll give you conjunctions. We are not going to do it now. But let's say Shukra and Rahu are together. Let's say Shukra and Rahu are together. Shukra is the graha of pleasure. Rahu is a manipulator. It's not a good combination. If you have Shukra with Rahu, it is not a good combination. Right? This is addiction. This is, all of those things comes under this. But Shukra has many, other than comfort and pleasure, he also rules, he's a lord of second house. He rules money. He rules relationship. So let's say, if you take that aspect of Shukra and multiply that, that is a positive aspect. So it doesn't matter choose what is good and multiply, Rahu dissipates. See, wherever Rahu is, he wants to multiply that.
Okay.
Take the positive of that, multiply that. That's it.
But if there is a bad one there, that also gets multiplied?
No, if you are choosing to multiply the good, why will it? Otherwise the bad will happen.
You don't need to multiply.
Yeah.
If it is
No, you don't need to put the effort to
But
multiply.
I don't want to, but the Rahu will influence to multiply that.
Correct, but that's how Rahu is dissipating its energy.
Correct.
I'm saying take the positive Shukra
Yeah.
and dissipate the Rahu.
Right.
Multiply.
This is also a good Dhana Yoga.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is an addiction,
This is the best.
and this is also good Dhana Yoga. That means this is the person that puts $10 in investment and makes $100,000.
Correct.
That power is also there.
Yeah.
Tap into that power. Otherwise, this is the Shukra is addiction. Rahu gives addiction. So he is multiplying that. This is either a cocaine addict or this is a person
That's
that
what I was saying.
multiplies through gambling.
So if there is a guy who is with a cocaine addict, will the Rahu multiply that cocaine addiction?
No. Cocaine addiction is already given.
Okay.
How do you, that cocaine addiction energy is being dissipated? I'm saying take that into money multiplication. Good.
Channel it different.
Channel, exactly. Rechannel. That's what this means.
There are options.
So your prarabdha is not set into something. Your prarabdha is an energy that needs to be dissipated. You have a choice, unless it's a dhrida karma, you have a choice to channelize it in a certain way. These things are showing you where it needs to be channelized. So in your case, right? I don't know if, are you recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say in your case you have Shukra and Ketu, right? So if Rahu multiplies, what is Ketu? Ketu is detached, right? So what does it mean?
It
There
brings
is
it down.
a detachment towards comfort. There is a detachment towards wife. So what it says is if that gets expressed, it will do good. That energy is there. So that means you will make money when you don't run after money. As long as you run after money, money will not come to you. That is what Shukra and Ketu is. Means be detached from Shukra. Shukra will come to you. If you go chase, because naturally Shukra and Ketu means, you're trying to get Shukra is not, you're kind of very detached, it's not coming to your hand. So the more you exhibit Rahu attitude of running after it, because if you don't have something, you run after it. So if you have Shukra Ketu, it means don't run after it. Do not even give it any regard. Shukra will naturally come to you. So Shukra Ketu means don't even worry about money. Then money comes to you. You worry about money, money will be very hard to get. Shukra Rahu is be obsessive about money. So that way it will keep you from your addiction. Like that.
But you said Rahu in fifth is naturally not good. So in this context, how do you reduce the effect of, turn it into a good effect?
Rahu in Fifth, you mean from the Lagna.
See, Rahu is a shadow. Rahu is also a lot of thinking. He's just the head.
Yeah.
So the more that, put more thinking into what you're doing. Or whatever the fifth house is, that fifth house, multiply that. Think big in those terms. That will dissipate Rahu in a better way. So wherever Rahu is, you have to think big in that, and you have to think in that. See, Rahu is also digging deep. So Rahu is research. So do research in wherever the Rahu is sitting in. That is also a dissipation. Right? So if it's not, Rahu is not doing research, not thinking big, then Rahu is doing bad things. Then he's cheating. All of those things come. So you pull that energy from cheating and put it in thinking, deep thinking, research, everything. That's it. So it need not be multiplying. It could also be deep thinking. Rahu means very deep thinking.
No, I have a live example I want to walk through.
Yeah.
With me.
Oh, your
So
chart?
whenever we
Where is your Rahu? I want to know where your Rahu is.
Huh? It says that Rahu
Sitting
Ketu
right
is
next
right now.
Chandra.
Rahu is in the 7th house.
So my Shani
Is that correct? Seventh is a
Wife, other, yeah. Rahu 7th house?
I don't know yet, but that's where we need to see. But I have Shani, a strong Shani Dasha right now going on. So the last 6 months, it's a very nice analysis. Like you said, right? I had two choices. One is listen to the astrologer, don't quit a job. The other thing is quit the job, jump head on, meaning full force, right? So the way ChatGPT gave me is
ChatGPT.
Chat.
Don't go
We
by
have a ChatGPT here.
it's exactly
Stop
narrating
this.
the whole